Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 4 as we continue this new advanced strategy series with Hephaestus and my underground deep elves. I probably should have called them fire elves, is kind of the build I'm going for. But yeah, let's get back into it. We've got feedback to go through for those of you new around here. I think we have a few new people that showed up, saw in the comments. Welcome aboard, first off. And as these episodes progress, what I like to do is incorporate viewer feedback as we go along. So I'll be going over some of your comments and suggestions as we proceed. I've collected a list of stuff that I wanted to share with everybody. But before I get into those, I wanted to just address one of the most common comments I saw after that first episode. I had a lot of people wondering why I boxed the city state in. Some people were wondering, like, why did I box them in to prevent them from growing? They won't be as powerful. Other people were wondering, like, why didn't I just take them over? Because I pretty easily could have. And there's basically well, there's a few reasons for that. First off, the reason why I didn't let them grow, because I could have let them grow and they could have gotten more territory and gotten a more powerful economy. And yes, it's true that when they become my vassal, that would make them give more tribute. At least I'm pretty sure the tribute they give is based on a percentage of the resource income. So I am weakening them in that sense, but what I figured is that this city will eventually be able to reach all these tiles itself. And that's what I'm planning for, is I'm planning to incorporate all those tiles into my own city, in which case I get 100% of the resource income, because it's all mine. So that's the plan there, and the underground not underground adaptation, it's whatever the, deep elves, here we go. The subterranean society allows your underground provinces to, oh no wait, I guess it was underground adaptation. Yeah, underground cities gain +1 province annex range. So basically, my cities can reach further, and with all the other bonuses that you can get to extending city province range, I should be able to reach down here with no trouble with this city in probably the mid to late game. So it's planning ahead for that. The other reason that I kept them alive and didn't just kill them is because city-states, regardless of their size, are still very useful for two things: cooperation, which can be done through this menu. Haven't unlocked it yet because my relationship isn't high enough. But this allows you to essentially reinforce your own cities with defenders or have them send out armies to attack enemies. And the timer on this, as far as I know, is not based on the size of the city. It's kind of like a flat rate. And you'll just be able to have them freely summon armies to do things that you want them to do. So that's very useful. And also the Rally of Lieges. The next rally in 7 turns, but it doesn't matter because I don't have any vassals. But when I do, I will be able to recruit units from these cities pretty quickly at a small gold cost into my own cities every so often. Now, these guys are initiates of chaos, so they're going to end up with units like these that I can buy. So I could be able to get, like, for example, fire giants from these guys, or scalds if I wanted them. The scalds I actually believe I will be able to make those myself, but the fire giant's a unit you can't make yourself. So it gives you access to basically the stuff in the Rally of Lieges and War Cooperation menu. And the only price to me is that I just let them have those 3 tiles, and I get to keep everything else. That's why I boxed them in, because if they started expanding this way, they'd have taken up all this stuff, and I would rather just have it for myself. So just wanted to clear that up, because I think there was some confusion surrounding that, and I didn't exactly make it very clear in my first playthrough. The next comment I want to get to is Roderick. Don't forget to set targets on fire before attacking with searing blades. That's a good point. If I have the option, generally speaking, the way they rebalanced archers in this game, this happened a while ago, but people with fire arrows, which these guys don't have yet, but when they do, the archers are good at setting things on fire and inflicting status effects, but then things like searing blades do bonus damage to targets that are burning. So the idea is that archers are used to set up targets for your melee units to do a ton of damage to them. And that's how it works with most of the elemental arrow abilities, with a few exceptions. So yeah, I do want to try to set units on fire first. My archers can't do it yet, but I have spells that can, so I probably want to try to take advantage of that. If there's a particular target that I want to take down and I have got a lot of guys with searing blades around it, probably want to set it on fire first. From No One Will Know, both sides of cave entrances count as a separate source of Imperium for underground society. This works for outposts too. I actually didn't know this applied to outposts, so that's cool, and I'm glad to know it. But yeah, underground subterranean society trait, which we can go back to the, clicked on my leader. I need to look at the race deep elves. Subterranean society gets +2 Imperium for underground passages. That's pretty cool. And it actually makes me realize that when I'm expanding, I probably want to pop above ground, for example, and throw down another outpost on the surface one, because that'll also get me a little more Imperium income. I'm not sure if it's counting that up here. This shows +2 I'm getting from an outpost somewhere, so let's see if we can figure out where that is. It's probably this one, I think. Yeah, it would be that one. Is getting a +2 from that underground passage. So yeah, I definitely want more of those, and there's actually something I can do about this, not now, but on the next turn. So we'll get to that in a second. Also, excuse me, also from No One Will Know, sorry, my allergies are a little, if my voice sounds funny, it's allergies. They're freaking out. I'm in the Midwest, and the temperature's been all over the place lately this spring. From No One Will Know, it might be good to make a healing wand. I actually meant to look at this before I started recording and forgot. I don't have the materials necessary for it yet, but I do plan on getting rid of those heavy armor greaves. I do not like those, so we're just going to disenchant those. I don't like how they slow your units down. Can only move 3 hexes in combat. Generally speaking, I would rather have the movement, so we're just going to get rid of those and turn it into something that I can use, which is going to be a healing wand. Let's scroll down to the wands, pick one that looks probably kind of like yellow. I don't know, I guess that's fine. Then I can put heal on it. Yep, you can just slap that on there. I could also add spawn hatchling if I wanted to. No, actually, it's only one thing. Sorry, you'd have to fill those in. I don't think you can for wands, so we're just going to call it the Rod of Healing is fine, and forge that. And that gets done instantly because it's just a very small item. And I can give that to probably the Death Knight. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give that to him for now. So we just have a little bit more heal in that army. I think that's a good idea. It's a lot better use of my materials than just letting them sit in slowing greaves or whatever those things were. From Sarah Feingold, No One Will Know, and Chris Lighthawk, all three of them pointed out that Manafont is the city that I didn't help with the fan, and not the Deep Elves Underground. I mistook the frogs for the elves, as you do. So these guys are the ones I actually irritated. Which I think that will wear off in 7 turns, and they'll actually be pretty happy with me. We are 1 turn away from a pact of cooperation with them. I also did realize that I am just 3 turns away from getting another Whispering Stone, and then I'll have one in both Manafont and the Deep Elves. I want to try to keep ahead of the game with both of them. And then finally from Chris Lighthawk, might want to move the Whispering Stone to the other city that likes me more. Good to get a head start. I think it's good to get a head start on both, in my opinion, so that's probably a good idea, because I don't know which one the computers are going to meet first. Manafont is Pact of Cooperation 1 turn, so I'll probably let that finish just to open up the trading options with them, and then I'll swap that Whispering Stone over to my underground guys, and then I'll probably, in a few turns after that, I'll get the other Whispering Stone and just give that one out to Manafont, and then I'll have one in both cities. That is the plan, and that is all the comments. Let's get back into some gameplay here. I do have a general plan that I'm kind of working towards here. We'll pop above ground and point out some things that I noticed in between games as I was panning the camera around. So we know there's this outpost over here. Purple's got one that they're setting up. Not happy about that. I can actually take a little peek maybe at what they're doing in there. They're currently building walls. It's a bit of a problem that I can't do anything about right now, so I'm going to have to just let it be. The one thing about, I generally don't care too much about what goes on above ground. Obviously, I'm going to want to conquer everybody eventually. But the one thing I would like to do is I would like to get this Trinity Island under my control. This might be my one above ground city. And what I'm thinking is I pop my armies up here and build a city on top of that cave entrance. That'll get me the Imperium from that. A few nice things over here. I've got a body of water to assist with defense. And then I can kind of expand northeast and take over all that stuff. Maybe even grab some stuff across the water. Possibly even that golden layer over there if I can get the city big enough. So that's kind of the long-term plan, is to get a city there. Other plans include putting one down here in this cave, probably on that tile right there. and taking up as much of this cavern as I can. And there's also a cavern in here that I would like to get. And the reason that I'm kind of targeting these areas, if I can get a city here, here, or here and here, it gets me kind of like a diamond shape, which is going to be very useful because I'm going to be getting invaded from multiple angles. So I kind of want to keep my cities compacted around my capital if I can, at least for now, and then use that as advantage to help me move around and fight off invading armies. One thing I did notice between the last episode and this one is that I was wondering why my units weren't moving faster on the roads. That's actually because they like if I do that, it's the same movement space. It's because they have cave walking, which it's like, duh. I didn't think about that. But cave walk allows movements on cavern floors to move 5 points instead of 6. So it's basically like they're moving on roads in caverns, at least until you get advanced logistics. So I actually don't really need to build roads right now, which is fine because I probably would rather put money into buildings anyway. Like this city is going to need a tavern. So let's go ahead and take care of that. These armies here really need another turn of healing before I throw them up against that group with the White Wolf. So I'm going to actually have Hephaestus, they're going to just take a break and heal right on that tile there. And I'm going to have Hephaestus go up top, and following the advice from No One Will Know, I believe it was, yeah, he's going to pop up here and just throw down an outpost. It is going to be 50 gold. What we can do to make that a little cheaper is I can get military engineering. That's going to drop me down to... I'm also going to want that as soon as I can get it. I'm going to go ahead and eat the gold cost on this because I would rather get the farm plus 5 food growth for all of my farms and still be able to get the Whispering Stone as soon as it's available. I want both of those, so... Planning ahead for that, I'm going to need 125 plus 150 Imperium. That's 275 Imperium in 2 turns. I will have that if I don't buy this. So we're going to just eat the cost and build the outpost a little slower. This is a claimed province from an unknown ruler. That's... That's maybe not good. Oh, somebody does have borders up here. I see. I'm going to take that, and then they're probably just going to come take it. Do I want to stick around up here and beat somebody up? You know what? It's going to be an enemy, so I'm not worried about the diplomatic penalty. And we're just going to go back underground. I guess I will camp out back where I was for the moment and kind of see what happens with that. I might have just thrown away 50 gold, but that's, I guess, probably okay. If I can get that long-term Imperium income, that's likely going to be worth it. And it gets me kind of like eyes above ground. I could build a watchtower in that and have a little bit advanced warning if anyone's headed my way. I'm going to keep sending these guys along. And you as well. I do need to make sure that you can, yeah, you can get through there just fine. Let's see. I'm probably going to want to start connecting some stuff with roads even if I don't benefit from them, because I will eventually. What I like to do is if you click on the city province view, you can actually see what the center tile is for, if you don't have another unit selected anyway. It's like this city, or that tile, the center tile right there is going to be that one. So if I move this guy here, I know that the shortest possible route from the center tile, which it will connect roads to, is going to go through here. So you can actually build roads right up through this way. I don't know if I want to do that because I'm kind of a little low on money. I'm already kind of out. Yeah, we'll build roads later. I need cash. Try to build something in my capital in the next turn. Excuse me. Yeah, you guys chill for now. There's not a whole lot I can do with my army in that shape. And I do want to get another hero down here. However, the next hero I get actually does need to run north for something first. I'm hoping whoever it is has a mount, because I'm going to need them to move quickly. I want to get an outpost set up on this area over here. At least one on top, to get the Imperium from that, and then probably another one down here because I could build a mine and it could pay for itself, and plus I could also get some mana income if I clear that. But basically, I wanna I wanna secure that cave entrance before Mana Font comes over it and starts expanding their borders down here. Again, you want to hog the underground if you're playing as this build, the Underground Society or Subterranean Society. You want to hog as much of it as possible. I'm going to send this guy pretty much straight northeast. I can reasonably assume, yeah, that's going to be a dirt cavern wall all the way around. There is some space here to move through, and then I can see what's in this fiery cavern, which looks cool. I might want to put a city over there. For now, he's good where he's at. And then this guy, I want to have him get into the water, I think. Yeah. We're just going to keep him away from the enemy. Oh, there is some gold over there. I would like to pick that up. I am very low on gold right now. If I can get my art, one thing that's going to be helpful is once Hephaestus' army does get back over here, I have a ton of stuff that I can clear, and it'll be a bunch of resource income from the rewards of clearing all that stuff. And the lava rune steel is ready. So we finished the shrine in this city, so mana income is positive. I'm about to use some of that and put the lava rune steel on the center city tile here. This is going to spread the lava chasm terrain or whatever to, again, tiles within 2 spaces, and I already kind of counted it out. This pretty much gets everything that I can. It'll go all the way into this corner, and it'll go all the way down to here, because it'll go through this province to here and here. It won't get that one. I don't know how worried I am about that. I don't know if it's worth another lava rune steel. It's also worth noting that they don't transform water into lava. So water is water. It doesn't really matter. You can't transform that. So yeah, I will be working on that. Another, it did just... No, I did put that in the right spot. Yeah, so we're good. Negotiation succeeded. Mana Font is now a pact of cooperation. That means we can trade. Oh, they offer haste berries, huh? That's actually really nice. I'm not going to use it yet, but I might want that later in the game. They also offer 30 food and 30 knowledge. Oh, but that's way too much money. I can't afford either of those. The food is tempting, but I'm not gonna do that right now. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna withdraw their Whispering Stone. We got a little bit of a head start with them. I'm gonna move back underground and give it to these guys. And the idea is to get a little bit of influence with both of them, so that if the computers meet one, I can like go all in on trying to beat them. I can boost their allegiance and do all that stuff. Mana Font, I could get an allegiance boost right now, and it would be very expensive, but it would shave off a whole ton of time before the next pact. So we're good for now with them, I think. Let's go back underground and probably go to the next turn. I don't think there's anything that I'm forgetting to do at the moment. Countdown to the next hero is, I think, at 7 turns right now. Yeah, we're at 7, so I'll have to... looking forward to getting another one of those. I can't really build anything else. Yeah, we're good. We can just go to the next turn. I think that might have been Logar's borders up there. They look kind of reddish. There's also someone south of me that I noticed. It's sort of hard to see through the fog of war, but it might have been brown. So yeah, Logar, I think that's Logar. It looks kind of like a reddish maroon outlined by blue. Yeah, that's probably him. And then down south, I saw borders of... Actually, that I think is just a hostile city-state with that red outline. Yeah. Oh, that guy is indeed chasing my scout. Can he reach the gold? No, he can't. So I'm going to take that, because I really need that right now. Alright. And then if I go back to the underground, I can actually build something in my capital now. Oh, I think my capital could have expanded on the last turn, and I forgot to do it. Oops. What do I want to build next? That is probably what will determine where I expand to. Actually, a bathhouse I think would be good. I find that bathhouse and tavern are very, very good to get early, so let's grab those. I'm going to turn that off for a second. Okay, it was off. There we go. What do I need? I guess a good question to ask is what am I going to do after I get the bathhouse? And these things don't really matter right now, like getting any of these resource nodes in, because I don't really have any of them cleared, but I am going to eventually clear them. I think maybe investing some into research might not be a bad idea. My mana income is stable. It's not great, but it's stable right now. And I haven't been able to cast fire arrows because of that, which is something I would like, but it only is going to affect one unit at the moment. I guess probably taking this. I think the Archon blood right there is probably a good thing to get. Or maybe getting these ones. You know what? Let's take a conduit here. I kind of like the idea of putting a conduit there and then using this for a research post. Because this would just be a huge mana tile if I do a conduit there, because it has 2 mana nodes in it. Yeah, let's do that. Just to give me a little bit of extra mana income right now. And then I can clear those and get a whole bunch more when my army gets down there. I think that's probably a good idea. Another useful thing to grab would be tiles going towards this other cave entrance, because it'll help my armies move back through more quickly. But right now I don't really need any other buildings. There's plenty of things that I can make in here, starting with that bathhouse, so we'll just let that run. And I am going to have the ability to make more units here soon. Tavern will be close to done on the next turn, so I probably want to remember to try to hurry it. And I think we can get back to some combat here. I'm going to move this guy up just far enough to where he can participate in this battle. He'll probably get picked off because I'm going to be having him go in by himself, which, you know, the units that are by themselves in auto combat usually don't fare very well. It says this is a low-risk battle. I actually think this should be an easy battle, so I want to take another look at what exactly I'm up against here. These guys are druidic insectoids. They have ceaseless cacophony. That can be annoying to deal with. But the spirit wolf doesn't scare me too much. I think we're fine here. I think we're fine. I did want to look at my Death Knight before we go in here. I'm just kind of trying to think about what I wanted to do with upgrading him. I think I might want to get the Raise Undead stuff, just to get more summons. I think I'm going to have him be more of a summoner type guy. I did get him the Knight upgrade, but I think that's just a good one to have for the extra health. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do auto combat, no spells, and see how it goes. Okay, we lost the guy who I thought we were going to lose, so let's retry that and handle this ourselves. Because I'm sure he just went charging in by himself, as they seem to love to do. I'm going to move these guys, my kind of center front line, up to here, but I'm going to split the archer off to go on top of this mountain. And I think I'm going to bring, we'll leave one defender up there with the archer, just in case one of the birds goes straight at him or something, just to help keep them off. The rest of you guys should go probably front and center. We'll keep the Death Knight sort of behind in a healing support position, but he can always jump into combat if he needs to. Okay, Wolf came charging right in. Alright, that wolf is going to eat that guy up pretty good. So we're going to want to dish out a lot of damage to him, if I can. Hephaestus can't quite make it to him, but I might be able to if I run around at the correct angle here. That would cancel his retaliation. It would leave Hephaestus open to counterattacks, though. Not sure if I want to do that yet, so let's undo that. I might set him on fire to get that bonus fire damage, and then try to whittle him down with my troops. And then I can always heal that guy if I need to. I think that's probably the best choice. We've got a good line here. The wolf is the one thing that can kind of punch through it. Of course, the birds can fly around it. Speaking of the birds, that one's an easy target for the archer. Let's go ahead and do that. He will probably go after the archer, so I will leave this guy here to help deal with him and guard the archer. I'm gonna, let's see, I did already set them on fire. We can do, okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to move this guy, have this guy attack. He's gonna take some damage from the wolf. That's fine. I can also move this guy up and do a little bit of extra damage. What I want to do with Hephaestus is run him around the backside and set up for a big hit on the next turn. He can't really get into where he can do a huge amount of damage this turn. This guy can move up and defend. This guy can make sure that bird doesn't do too much damage to anyone. And the Death Knight can actually heal the defender. Let's see, it is... heals target friendly unit gain 30 hit points, okay. He's at 59, so I do get a full heal from doing this. And then if he wants to try to punch through more, he can. If I could drop just one more unit, that would be great, but I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure the Spirit Wolf starts with... yeah, I've gotten him down to where he only has 2, so we're gonna defend with these guys for the moment and kind of see where we land on this next turn. Wait, I didn't cast a spell? I thought I set him on fire with Ignite, but apparently I didn't. Well, in that case, we could do an AoE here. Or I could do Hold the Line, which would give all my units defensive masters and charge resistance. It would have been better to do that if I had attacked with these guys, but having defensive masters might still be kind of nice, because it protects him from taking too much damage from that thing. Yeah, I think we'll just do the damage. Yeah, I think we'll just do the damage, because since that guy's already burning, I'm going to do more damage to the Spirit Wolf if I do this. And that actually did knock it down to just 1 unit, which is much better for me. Now it really isn't much of a threat at all. Still have units that can act. That's going to be Hephaestus. I guess I could throw a fireball at something. Inflict burning. Probably on that guy right there to soften him up. And set him on fire. And we might have some people go after Hephaestus here, but he's far enough in the back, he should be okay. Okay, they're setting themselves up quite nicely for getting absolutely smoked on the next turn. We did have the one guy go after my archer, that's okay. That's what this guy's here for. So we get that bird off. Can move down here and probably shoot him a couple times. Just to make sure he can't move away from this guy on his next turn. And then Hephaestus can kind of have a field day here. I think probably running around to here is good. I might need to use Second Wind here. Yeah, I'm going to use Second Wind here because I'm about to refresh it. So it gets him a little bit of extra health. Big smash there, takes out the wolf. Then these guys can kind of mop up the rest of this mess. One thing I would like to do, and I probably should have used the archer for, is punching through this line so that I could get a guy up into the face of that thing. Actually, I think I still can. Yeah, if I do this, I should be able to. Just to go be a nuisance. In fact, if you run around at this angle, kill him, that opens up a path for you, and that gets 2 units on this thing, which is ideal. You'll probably move away and shoot something, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I think we can just end the turn here without spending any more mana. Okay. And because I killed a unit on my last turn, Hephaestus can just give himself more health. And I think that'll be the end of him. There we go. And then you can just finish him off. Easy fight. No level ups, though, unfortunately. I did get Juggernaut Greaves. Those are actually worth keeping. I'm going to probably give those to Hephaestus, although he might already have that capability. Hang on. Juggernaut Greaves can't grant +2 defense and gives Juggernaut. He's already an unstoppable Juggernaut, so those would probably be best off being given to someone who doesn't already have Juggernaut, so we'll give those to the Death Knight. Okay, cool. That actually went really well. My goal there was to not take too much damage, and I succeeded in that. This also puts the Tabard at very close to being done. I'm going to go ahead and spend the 16 mana to boost that, because it's going to make my city happier, and my income just went from 86 to 103. So it essentially paid for itself, and sets me up to build something else. Probably a vendor. I could use a little bit of extra gold in this city. I could use a little bit of extra of a lot of different things. We'll go ahead and do the vendor for now, I think. Yeah. Workshop would be good too, though, because that would help everything after it come faster, and this city does have a lot of things it could build. We'll take, you know what, we'll take the workshop, just to get that extra production income. I know we're really low on gold here, but I'm kind of just trying to set my cities up for future success. Now, here's the next question. Do I want to run above ground and potentially pick a fight with Logar over there? Or do I want to stay in my own little corner of the world for now and try to get back down south and clear stuff around my capital? I think the sheer volume of resource income around my capital is probably worth going back for. So I think I'm going to not pick a fight with Logar just yet, and instead we'll build walls up there. The outpost will give him something to waste time on, instead of coming after Kingerhelm, I guess. So it buys me time. Yeah, I think it's time to move back. I'm gonna go at least down here to, yeah, I'm gonna go at least down here to go ahead and clear this stuff. I just have to get my units within a certain distance of it, and then we can do those fights. I just want to keep them in the friendly territory in between rounds so that they can heal more. Okay, we won't be able to get the gold mine on this turn, but that's okay. These guys can attack or let them go. It doesn't really matter. I think for the sake of just getting some good alignment and not getting injured more, I'll probably let them go, because the good alignment system kind of acts like good karma. It makes those random events more likely to be positive, so it doesn't hurt to have some good alignment. I'll probably just let them go. Get a Mask of Hyper Awareness and some mana from it. Again, whether I'm friendly or not doesn't really matter here. That Mask of Hyper Awareness would be pretty good on Hephaestus, because he's a charge unit and leaves himself open a lot. This will make him immune to flanking and give some much needed resistance. So yeah, we'll let him have that. Let's see, and then you probably need to sit here. In fact, both of you sit right on the edge there. I'll probably have the Death Knight run down, pick a fight with those guys. Do I want to run down along this cave and try to clear this stuff out on my way, or just beeline straight from my capital? I think I may as well just go this route. Yeah, I'll just go that route. In fact, I think it might not be worth even waiting those couple turns. I'm going to have this guy go back down, because he's not going to make it to them in time. I'm going to have him start working his way back down and then up and around. These guys, this army, Hephaestus' army, is going to be more than powerful enough to deal with all this crap. So we're going to just move. Yeah, I'm gonna just not worry about the healing and more worry about speed. This guy's going to be healing his army anyway at a certain rate. And I don't think I'm going to be fighting anything that scary or tough. I would rather save time right now than anything else. I do want to get this Death Knight with them, if I can, fairly quickly. But I think the fastest way is going to be going that way. Alright, I'm gonna leave this little dirt piece where it is right now. I can always dig that out later, but I don't really want to trigger an infestation. So we'll save some of those for now. And then I think we're good. Let's go to the next turn. As long as every city is doing something. We're getting a bannerman there. He's going to have to catch up. I'll finish that outpost on this turn, and then I'll get a chance to see what exactly I'm up against with Logar up there. Didn't really look too carefully at the people that I'm up against, but we've got Sanguine, we've got Logar. Oh, Cosmic Winds. Provinces turn into deserts around the world. Blinding Sands active in combat. This doesn't really matter to me very much, other than maybe the Blinding Sands. Actually, that doesn't really hurt me that much either, because I don't really have... it prevents me from doing the retaliation attacks, but it doesn't really hurt me that much because I don't have very many archers. I'm mostly a melee build. Hello, you're terrifying. Okay. Let's see what we got up here. Okay, that is not Logar's territory. That's a city-state. So I misjudged that. Let's go ahead and build some walls there. Just keep an eye on them. And that will at least have some heads up if they come after us. If I can, I would probably like to clear that dark layer and annex it. Unfortunately, Hephaestus' army just left. I probably would have stuck around to go after them, just to make them a tributary, which I think would be good. That might be worth turning around for, actually, if I think I can go siege down a city-state. Unfortunately, I also turned around the other armies, so I was gearing up to go do other things. That's a tough call, because there's a lot of stuff I could do back in my capital area, plus I kind of want to go up top here and clear the derelict workshop and get a city set up to start working on this stuff. I think long-term that's probably better. These guys will be annoying, but I can kind of go after them anytime of my choosing, so I will hold off on that for now. And we're going to just continue with plan A here. Should be able to auto these. Yeah, not too bad. Close that, take the gold, which we definitely need. I do want to make sure that I'm keeping this hero with Hephaestus, because he's getting all sorts of renown, which actually isn't really going to matter that much for him now that I think of it, because he's never going to be a governor, but at least it'll help towards, at least it's helping him get experience towards getting ruler's retinue, which is what I really want for him. Alright, keep going, guys, I guess. Just again, we're getting the movement bonuses for these, as if these were all roads, so that's at least kind of nice. And we can get the aspirant knight up here so he can start getting some experience, prepping to get promoted. Bring this guy back down. And get this guy in the water to keep exploring. It looks like a cool lava cavern up there. Gonna want to check that out. I can maybe see where that cave entrance... Okay, that cave entrance is the one that goes down to near where my second city is, or city-state. Probably want to explore what's around up here, and see if there's any pickups, most importantly. Do I have enough money to build more troops? So I got another pyromancer, and I do want to keep growing my army as quickly as I can. Let's see, Hephaestus has got his full stack, basically +1. I could do with some more. He's got, let's see, there's 4 defenders that have his house banner. And I've got 1 aspirant knight on the way. I probably should grab another aspirant knight. And maybe 1 bannerman. I'll grab 1 more aspirant knight and then I'll probably make a bannerman. I think I'll do it in that order. For now, we'll do the Aspirate Knight, because he can actually catch up faster. Actually, we'll do the Bannerman first, and then the Aspirant Knight can catch up later. Okay, outpost founded. Empire development. Okay, this is where we get farms and... Oh. What did I spend Imperium on? I thought I did the... Did I do the math wrong on that? Well, I guess we'll get the second Whispering Stone next turn. I must have spent Imperium on something and not noticed it. Fortunately, no one's met Mana Font yet, so it may not matter. Still no Governor. We'll worry about that when I get the next hero. And I don't think that I want to... This is tempting because it would help all my defenders level up faster, but I need the Whispering Stone more badly right now. And it's still going to be 20 turns before I get it through order, so I'm just not even going to worry about that one. I'll just get it when I get it. I'm not going to be getting any more order affinity. That I just get that little bit at the start. Okay, no Governor. So we're not putting the elitist in there. We'll put somebody else in. I did have someone ask, would it be better to put the Governor in here just temporarily and then take him out? Technically, no, because as far as I know, unless governors provide some baseline bonus to their city, but this guy's a specialist governor, so his bonuses only are given to cities with special province improvements. So he doesn't really, I don't have any special province improvements in here, so he doesn't get any of those benefits for this city. And if I take him out later, it will make him, like, give him a morale penalty for several turns because of the way the feudal aristocracy stuff works. So we're just going to let it be for now. I don't think I'm going to do another lava rune steal, at least not for now. We'll just let what we've got grow. I'll worry about that later. I think what I have right now is enough. All right. I keep panning around, sure that I'm forgetting something, but I'm not. This city's going to be a pain to defend because I've got a path to a hostile city-state right up here, and I've got an umbral thing right here. That city's... I'm glad I took the stone walls there, because I think the city's going to need it. Alright, let's get you over here. They might actually... You know what? Building a road through there now might actually be good, because I'm not sure if I get the benefit of road walking or whatever on the snowy cavern floor. It might just be the normal cavern floors. I don't know for sure, though. Also, you gotta be a little careful with their movement here. The game's kind of weird and doesn't like this one's pathing correctly, but with Hephaestus, it kind of wanted to make him go in the water. Until you have advanced logistics, you want to not go into the water because it would take away. If I was to like embark there, it would use up all their movement. I don't want to do that. So, as much as I would like to jump out there and get that flotsam, I might, you know what? I might actually do that with this guy here. I think I can split him off. It is going to lower the healing that all those units are getting for one turn, but I think that might be worth it to just split him off and grab that, because that could have some nice stuff in it. Hephaestus also maybe could get it. Oh wait, Hephaestus is a giant. He can just like walk into the water. Never mind. Yeah, he's fine. He didn't even need to embark. I forget they can do that. Giants are effectively amphibious, which is really cool. We're not going to worry about anything else. I just wanted that extra cash, which I can definitely use. Let's go back here and just go straight to a bathhouse and maximize the city's happiness. I always rush bathhouses, pretty much every game, unless I'm playing a build that has just a ton of happiness early on. I guess you can go hang out... well, actually, you can go hang out here. Maybe you could initiate this battle. The others have trouble getting down here. So I guess just chill out there for a turn. You can move down here. I definitely want to sail up and see what's in here. Oh, this place looks cool. I love the way the environments look in this game. Especially the underground lava caverns are just awesome looking. Now, is there a road though? Because I can't cross the lava yet. I think maybe there is if I go up further up this way. So we'll get on land. Oh, that's a lava chasm, though. That's going to slow me down. But yeah, if I can get around there, I can get down. Ooh, I want to put a city there just because of how freaking cool it looks. Yeah, that is the center tile. Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, I really want to put a city there now. If nothing else, just for the aesthetics of it. We don't need to pop down that cave entrance because we already know what's down there. But we did find this region, and I think if I kind of tiptoe into it a little bit on my next turn, I should get the prompt telling me what it's all about. Not sure which one this one is. It might be the one where it wants you to hunt down dragons or something. Alright, both cities are doing something. Yep, as long as they're both doing something, I think we're all good. So, on to the next turn. Now the question becomes, at this point in the game, where am I going to get attacked first from? Because the way my empire is kind of spread out, it is going to take me a little while to get anywhere. I did just get more Imperium. Let's go ahead and grab that Whispering Stone. Actually, I think I got more on the last turn at some point, because I was like way over. Or maybe I just forgot to go back and pick it up. But anyway, let's give the... let's see, we got Pact of Loyalty in 7 turns with them. I want to go back and give this one to Mana Font to make sure that we're buddying up with them as well. So we got Pact of Loyalty in 6 turns with them, 7 with the other guys. We should be able to stay ahead of the computers. If I have to, I'll use some Imperium to boost Allegiance, but I'm hoping that I've met both of these guys early enough that I won't have to worry about the computers coming in and taking over. Let's see, clearing this doesn't really matter for the outpost, but clearing the gold mine definitely does, so I'm going to try to do that. Let's get Hephaestus down here. You know what, they can make it to that mountain, and I think that's probably good enough. These guys can go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they can't quite reach, can they? That's a little annoying, but that's okay. We'll just get it on the next turn. Okay, so you guys go down here. You end your turn probably here. I think that would leave you technically with the most movement. And I'll set up kind of like this. Then I can clear that, which will give a production boost to somebody. And let's see, you guys grew again. What do I want next after this? Serf quarters would probably be good, so maybe another forester. The way I'm seeing this is I like to build... I end up with ritual pyres, and I'll have the farmsteads and the carnivals of flesh. So I want to build like triangles of foresters and triangles of farms. And the way I see it, this is actually going to be a decent spot for... Let's see, if I built... Actually, I might want to make that a mana node eventually, so maybe not. I think these 3 are probably going to be foresters. And I'll switch the farms to somewhere else, I think. Might end up doing farms back here if there's not other like resource nodes and stuff. Can't think of anywhere else. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end up taking another forester here and getting the serf quarters to boost growth. Although it probably makes more sense actually to expand and get oh wait, hang on. No, what I should be doing is trying to get these, get 3 of these, to get the bonus from the Merit on Maze, which is kind of like the whole reason I came down here. Right now I only have 1, but if I take this one, that gets me 2. I could use another quarry on it, or a mine if I wanted to get a bunch of extra gold. Because it'll get 10 gold bonus because of its adjacency. I already have 2 quarries, so I probably will build the mine. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gold vein right there that I just cleared, because I know that'll be a mine for sure. And then once I get this one, I start getting that passive binding fragment and binding essence income, which is going to add up very quickly. So yeah, definitely I think want to do that. That also helps with some of my gold problems, so I think that's probably good. The Bannerman, I can hurry for 10 more gold. I think I may go ahead and do that just to get him into the field a little sooner. Yeah, let's go ahead and get him down here. Let's see, what have I built out of this city? I built a Bannerman, I built a Defender. Let's go ahead and get them an Aspirant Knight. And the fastest way for you to get back with everybody is going to be to go this route. So do that. And we're finally getting all our armies collected. Alright, you go up and around. I could go ahead and dig this out. I guess I may as well. No, not road building. Digging. There you go. See what that is. And if I step just in here, I should get a notification about, yeah, Horn God wants me to slay some dragons that are causing trouble. Okay. So I am not going to do that right now. Looks like there's 5 stacks of them, 6 stacks of them. There's quite a few. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to... Oh, hello, Umbral guys. I know to keep my distance from you. Let's go get... I'm going to move here just in case. I'm not sure what their movement range is, but I don't want them to be able to reach my scout. So I'm just going to stay as far away from them as I can. Still don't need another lava rune steel right now. Sweet. Okay. I believe we are good to end this turn. I'm just barely making enough gold to scrape by, but I do get that bathhouse on the next turn. That's going to boost the city into positive morale, so that's going to help with resource income. And then I can actually start building some things like vendors and markets and stuff to just generally boost the economy. I am very, very, very glad that I found this, because I'm going to be able to make a lot of really cool magic items with it. Okay. Do I want to dig this out while I'm down here? I probably should have with this guy on the last turn, actually, in case it spawned an infestation. Well, I can still do that. But I'm going to fight this first. So you guys can run down here. I just need you guys to get close enough so that tile there works. Can have the Aspirant Knight charge in. We're going to have a defender by himself who'll probably get himself killed, but I don't need him to move. Okay, he stayed alive. That's fine. Okay. Ruthless Ring of Flanking. Ooh, I like that one. Let me take that. Do I give that to Hephaestus? I think I do. Because Vicious Killer seems really, really nice on him. For now, anyway. Because viciously killing people is kind of what he does. Okay, that gave a good boost to that bathhouse there. That might be worth hurrying production on. Because I think I'll get more... Let's see, I'm at 88, so 112. That pretty much paid for itself. So I can then go straight into... I think, as tempting as it is to go for even more production, I think I'm going to stay balanced here and grab the vendor. Because gold is really hard to come by right now. Obsidian Forge also could use... let's see, I've already built the vendor here, so let's grab the shrine. That takes 1 turn and will help with mana income a little bit. I did get the Bannerman here. I can't afford to build another military unit, but at least I've got a couple Bannermen out now that can help with healing, which is one thing that my armies kind of need. Wait, what is going on? Oh, I saw that 5 here that's floating over Cosmic Winds and thought someone was building an outpost down here. It's like, how did someone get to my west? Okay, we'll catch you up here. And I want to check above ground to see, make sure, I don't want Mana Font to take, like, if they move here, I guess that's fine. I'll miss out from the Imperium putting an outpost up there if they do. But I definitely want to keep the caverns to myself. Very, very greedy about those caverns. Okay, you guys can all move down here, I think. What I'm gonna do is, this Aspirant Knight kind of took a beating there. I might put him with the Elitist's army to help him heal faster. So if I move these guys down here, Move these guys here. He can go there. Hephaestus can meet up with these troops, and everyone kind of collects in this area. And then I can move them all in and try to keep the healthy troops together and the injured troops with this guy. And then I think everybody can attack. There's not really anything I need to go up there and do. As tempting as it is to run up there and fight dragons right now, I have other things that are more important. Getting my core cities set up. So we'll take this for the gold income. Should be able to handle 3 gremlins. Yep. We also got some levels. And a ring of resistance. +1 resistance. That I will give to you. There we go. And you get a level. Okay. What do I want to do with him? I think I'm going to want to go down the summoning stuff. Friendly undead corpse is revived. Non-undead corpse raised as a zombie. This one gives him the free zombie at the start of battle. That one summons the bone wyvern at the start of battle, which is a free unit. Very nice. Unit summoned by this aura of disease and immunity to diseased. The hero gains immunity to diseased. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that one, because you don't want to give your own troops diseased, so I want to try to avoid. I might actually just skip that one and go for Wyvern Keeper and just avoid infested summons, because I don't know if I want to deal with potentially accidentally diseasing my own troops. What else do we have in here? I have not used Death Knights a whole lot, to be honest. I haven't really dug into their stuff too carefully. But they can get the Plague Magic, which can inflict diseased. I don't think Raise Undead actually helps me, though, because doesn't it have to be on a friendly unit? Friendly Undead Corpse is revived with 60% of his hit points, and then it says non-dead Undead Corpse is raised as a zombie. Okay, I think the second one, raising the units as zombies, I'm pretty sure that actually just... Yeah, we're going to go down this route. I'm pretty sure that can be done on any unit. It doesn't say that, specify that one has to be friendly. So I'm going to confirm that, and we'll get some summons going with this guy. Alright, and then everybody else can keep on moving. I might leave the Aspirant Knight back here, actually, because he can catch up to everybody else more quickly. So I do want to dig this out and see what's in there while these units are here. You know what? We'll wait until later, I think. The only reason I kind of want to dig that out is because... Yeah, we'll leave him behind and dig it out. Because if, on the off chance there's an infestation there, I'm going to want to have these armies right here to deal with it. So, I guess... Well, they actually can't really make it that much further anyway, can they? Alright, well, he's going to heal the full on the next turn anyway, so we'll just have him dig it. Yeah, I was thinking they could move a lot further than they actually can, so... They're pretty much out of movement. Alright, and I can have you run up and around and just take a look at what's in here. Not very easy territory to move through, at least not until I have lava walking on my guys. Let's see, what do we get? There's another city underground here, and they look to be chill for now. I might want to go meet them. The more city allies I can get, the better, because eventually the AI are just going to grab all of them. If I can get back to Kingerhelm, get underground and run that scout northeast, I could meet them and get a production stash along the way. That might be a good thing for him to go work on doing. I believe the outpost I want to get to, right, yeah, I want to get to that cave entrance up there. So we'll kind of follow this road. And I don't really have a way of knowing what the fastest route is, so I'm just going to go straight line. Sundering Blades is done, that's good. We can get Fiery Arrows next. I do want to go ahead and start casting Sundering Blades. We actually have the mana to keep up with that. Obsidian Forge got its Bannerman done. I do have enough money to get another Defender, but I kind of want to save and go for the Aspirant Knight, so I think we'll wait on that. It did get the walls and that outpost, so it can at least defend itself for now. And of course, can't forget Hephaestus leveled up. In this case, we'll continue straight down this path, grabbing some more health along the way. And who declared war on me? Winterfold? Where are you guys at? I can't even see them. It's fine, they'll send invading armies halfway across the world to come mess me up before I know it. Okay, Obsidian Forge. Can't really make anything else right now. I'm probably going to have to chill on unit production for a little bit until my economy catches up. But once I get back in here and clear a lot of this stuff out, I should be in pretty good shape. Especially once I start getting also some of my buildings built, like the markets and mints and all that kind of stuff. I am kind of hoping that's an infestation. I would like to just get something more for them to fight for XP. It was not. We'll come back for that later. Oh, wait, there's a Fireforge stone there. Ooh, I do want that. Ooh, I do want that. Okay. I believe this is a stop what we're doing and set up a second outpost kind of situation. Probably put one here, or even better here on the mana node, and then expand the borders there, because we don't want to move that outpost. Yeah, we're gonna deal with this right now. I want that Fireforge stone, because that can give me fire damage on axes that I can make for Hephaestus. And it's a good fight with a decent amount of XP in it, so let's do that. I can't put the outpost here because it is directly bordering another one, but this tile right there is fair game, so let's do that. How do I want to move everybody to do this most effectively? Probably pair you guys together. Move Hephaestus up. Looks like Hephaestus could reach up there if he needs to. This guy definitely can. Okay. Let's get the Pyromancer in on this. May as well. And, not that the Pyromancer's going to do much against a fire giant, a bunch of fire elementals. But he can absorb some damage, I suppose. Do I let them go and get Imperium? I think I do. Imperium has been a little tight. Yeah. Yeah, I take that. I take that. Ooh, Resilient Mask. Oh, that's a nice mask. +3 defense, +1 status resistance. We'll take the reward. Does this guy have a mask already? I know Hephaestus has one that makes him immune to flanking. We'll swap the helmet and give this guy that mask. That would have been good for Hephaestus too, but I kind of like the extra resistance on him. We'll get armor for him soon enough. I'm planning on getting, what is it? It's one of these. Yeah, that breastplate of the champion is a very good combination for him. So he'll end up with that once my Imperium or Materium stuff catches up. Oh, I do want to cast Sundering Blades. Let's not forget that. We'll enchant that. And then it gives them kind of like a... You know what I'm actually going to do? Just because I'm going to turn off the effect for that because I like the Fire Blades better. I like how you can do this now. So I can just disable that, and now it looks like they've still got fiery blades instead. Yeah, I like how those look with these guys. They're all about fire. Now I can get that. I just need to get a unit up there, whoever the fastest one is. I think Hephaestus probably can split off to go do that. So first off, though, let's move as many guys as we can up here to take out that quarry. I know the Pyromancer's slowing these guys down, so I'm gonna do this, and then actually you guys. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll send you here. The Aspirant Knight can actually do this. We'll do auto combat. That's easy. And then Hephaestus can just walk right across the water there. to build the outpost. I guess I should have been as... You know what, do I want to... Since I got that extra Imperium, let's go ahead and grab this and get the cheaper, faster outposts. Probably, I'm going to want that too on the next turn, but I have enough for it. I don't need that yet, so we'll hold off on that. But definitely want the cheaper outposts. And I actually will move up everybody else as far as I can, because we're going to need to clear that mana node if we want to take advantage of that too, so... Have the knight go back with them so he can keep patching up. I've always had trouble, for some reason, with this particular build in all the games I played with my friends. I've routinely and regularly had trouble finding Fireforge stones, which is odd because you'd think you'd find them all over the place underground. Let's see. I wanted to check something. He's 32. Now he's 26. So yeah, this little stretch here, I actually would move faster on if I built roads. Like if I was to go like this. And then, yeah. So I'll probably go ahead and have him build a road all the way up through there because the snow is slowing my units down. Alright, Scout, I'm going to have you go around this way. You'll be able to see more. There's more to dig out. I don't know how far I want to dig, but I definitely... This cavern, while it looks cool, it doesn't really have a lot of space in it. Although I guess there's more down here. Never mind, it's bigger than I thought. Is that swamp there? I'm kind of trying to navigate around. Ooh, treasure. Is that free pickup? It is free pickup. Okay, let's go grab that. Get another tile in my capital. What do I want down here? Guess it depends on what I want to build next. I'm going to invest in some gold. So I'm building buildings fast enough that I don't have the gold to keep up with them. The estate hall would be another thing that I would like to get, but I don't know that I have any more forests down here. I might need to actually build a ritual pyre special for that, which is probably what I should work on next. Let's see. What do I have? I have a forester here. I have a forester here, and those are like the only two tiles that I can build foresters on, except for maybe this one. Nope, that's a mine or a quarry. Yeah, I only have 2 forest tiles down here. So building a ritual pyre here would give me that 3rd forester that I need. Am I missing anywhere else that I could build one? Nope, it's just those 2. All right, well, gotta use what we've got until I can reach this stuff up here. There's more forests up there, but I can't reach it yet. So for now, I'm going to take a farm here and turn it into a ritual pyre on the next turn. We'll let the market go first, and then I'll switch it over. I'm actually kind of surprised it let me build a farm there. It's snow. Maybe it's because it's underground. I think it's probably just because it's underground. And I have the underground traits. Ooh, I could just build a library instantly on this turn. How much does the ritual pyre cost? It's not enough to make it worth it. I'm going to be literally at 0 gold after this, but I will take that extra research. We do need it. Okay, we got a Rally of Liege. The only thing that I can get is the Plague Serpents and Storm Scale Serpents, probably from the Lob's Hollow thing. I don't really want those, so we're not going to worry about it. In fact, even if I did, I wouldn't be able to afford them. And I'm at 0 gold, so I can't afford to build anything. The only question is, do I have spells I want to cast? The answer to that is currently no, not at the moment, so let's just head on to the next turn. Really already am finding that I want advanced logistics very badly. Teleporters are a game changer though, especially when you play underground, because getting around is kind of difficult. You gotta follow these winding paths and stuff, and trying to defend multiple points can be tough. Getting teleporters is huge. Alright, I do want to build the work camp, which is going to take all my money. Dang. I need more cash. Oh wait, I can get more cash. That scout's on treasure. Oh, I got a item instead. An item that really isn't good for my build. I don't think I even want to equip that on anyone because I don't want them using it in auto combat. Wet counters burning. So, and I'm all about burning. I'm probably going to end up disenchanting that. For now, I guess we'll just take the reward. Actually, what I could do... There is a possibility I wind up with a Storm Mage later. Although more likely I'll just make it a Fire Mage. Yeah, I'm just going to disenchant that. I don't see me using that in this build. And that actually gets me enough to make another Healing Wand item. Although I'm not going to give a Healing Wand item to Hephaestus because I really want him just smashing stuff. You know what, we'll take the reward for now, but I will most likely break that down later. I do want to get you up here and into that cave, so keep moving. I think I am going to go ahead and go with the work camp on this outpost here. I want that Fireforge stone, because that'll make all units cost less draft. More importantly, it'll allow Hephaestus to make a really big bad axe, and that'll be fun to smash stuff with. I'm not sure if it's worth getting it yet, though. The Fireforge stone is also great because it gives the city production that it's linked to, but that doesn't help an outpost. So maybe it would be better to go ahead and make the ritual pyre in my capital. Yeah, that gives plus 10 mana income and plus 3 mana per adjacent forest. That's 16 mana per turn. That's actually a better use of my resources. Let's just do that. We'll worry about this outpost later. I've at least got it in the spot that I want it to be in. I can move these guys up and around to break that. In fact, I'm going to have this army go because they can take the road. I don't have forest movement, so... Oops, hang on. Let's make sure Hephaestus can at least participate. There we go. It's an easy auto combat that gets me more mana income. And a boost of mana right there. Plus Wand of the Rising Undead, which is Raise Undead, which I literally just got this guy, so that's cool. I guess I'll just take the reward, but I don't actually need to give him that wand. I could maybe give it to somebody else later, but Hephaestus doesn't really need stuff like that. Hephaestus, I don't want him doing weird summon stuff in combat. I just want him smashing things. That's all he needs to be doing. And I don't want the auto combat to think I want him to do something else. Okay, I can get them back into friendly territory. Add you to his army. And then they can all kind of hang out. For now, that's good. I need to get these guys back into my own capital cave now. I think I've set up everything else out here about as well as I can for the time being. So they need to join forces with the straggling soldiers, but then head back in here. There's so much work to do. How close am I on that next hero? I probably need to save money for them. Oh, wait. Hang on. I can do it on this turn. Yep. I don't have enough money to pay any of them. Although, she would join me for free, but I don't really want her. I want one of my own deep elves. Let's see, what do we have? We have a duelist warrior, recruiting governor, defender, spellblade. Defender, I think, is okay. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Getting extra defense to all my units. Shepherd is not really that useful for me, although he would level up fast, probably, because of promoting units in his army. Arcane Governor and Explorer. Explorer I don't care that much about. I kind of want a mage. But the one mage that I have is... I guess that could change later. It might be worth taking him, because that could change. Well, it doesn't matter right now because I can't afford any of them anyway. I need to save money for that because getting a hero is important right now. Alright, I'll probably have this guy keep digging. See what else I can find down here. Let's move you here. Dig that out. Can't do anything with the outpost. Can't set a governor yet. Oh, I could take this, though. I do want that. That's going to save me money in the long term. Alright. Well, I think I just have to end the turn here, and we'll have to try to save up some money. I just keep spending it as fast as I'm getting it. Which is normally a good sign. If you're spending about the same amount of money that you got coming in, it's usually a sign that your economy is well balanced. I'm actually getting a decent mana surplus right now, which is nice. But that'll evaporate fairly quickly as more enchantments come online. It's almost always where most of your mana goes. Okay, excavated this area, found mana node. Let's have a look around. Okay, who do we have over here? Kind-hearted Ultopia. They are going to be an enemy. I'm not going to beat them to... Wow, their borders are stretching quite a ways out. I'm going to end up fighting them over this cavern, I think. Okay. Well, they're not enemies yet, at least. So I probably want to keep exploring as much as I can underground with my scout. The question is, do I want to go more to the east, or do I want to go more south? I'm thinking I go more to the east, because south looks like a dead end. I just hope that nothing pops out of that umbral. I'm going to give that as wide a berth as I can. I don't want anything popping up out of that and killing the scout if I can avoid it. Alright, you guys have done good work up here. It's time to head home, for now, at least. I really, really, really wish I had advanced logistics. Every single time I start a new game, it hurts to not have it. We're not going to spend any gold this turn. So I'm saving for that hero. The only gold I would consider spending is spending gold on like a market or something like that. I want to go down here. I'll grab that production and eventually meet that city. It's possible that one is one that I could actually get on my side. And this is the turn where I am going to take a quarry here. What can the city build? Actually, this city doesn't quite need the quarry yet. And I'm going to get more quarries from these tiles. You know what? I'm going to take the gold mine here. Because we need money right now. And that actually gets me the bonus for Merit on Maize. So I should just start getting passive resource income in here now, which is going to add up. It's tempting to take her just because she's free, but I really don't need her. Okay. No, I'm not spending money. Must control myself and just stick with produce merchandise. I should be able to get that hero in another couple turns if I save my pennies. Actually, this one I might build a market. I might spend the money to build a market because the hero is going to cost like 350, I think. So I'm going to not be able to get it in a single turn anyway. Now they're 300. Okay, so if I save, yeah, if I don't buy anything this turn, I should be able to get them on the next turn. All right, so yeah, we're going to control our spending habits here for a little bit. Video games are supposed to be fun, and here I am making a budget. Better create an Excel spreadsheet for this to track everything. I see that I did get the Pact of Cooperation with these guys and didn't even notice it. Or maybe I got the Pact of Cooperation with them a while ago. Yeah, no, we've been working for Pact of Loyalty, towards Pact of Loyalty for a while. I do want to check in with them every now and then just to make sure I didn't miss that someone is negotiating with them, but it looks like we're in the clear with both of those. I do want to see... Let's see, I'm gonna not grab that production yet because I'm not gonna be able to use it. I need to decide which hero I'm going with. It's also been a very long time since I have dropped any sort of save. Let's drop a quick save just in case there's a crash or something. Okay, let's pop into our hero overview and see what we can pick from. So it's gonna be, I can't get those guys, but I can get any of my own elves. So let's see, Prospecting Governor Mage, not mounted notably, so he can't get to that area I wanted to get him to very quickly. Unless I have an extra mount sitting around. I don't think I do, but I can check. Do you have anything else you can mount on? No, you don't. So... you can't really do what I wanted to use you for. A Spellblade might be fun, though. But I don't need a Nautical Governor. Although, that wouldn't be terrible for my second city, would it? Coast Province, Water Provinces grant 5 food. Provinces and domain take 2 turns longer to pillage. I kind of like that. Coast or Underground Lake provinces provide gold and mana. So, that might actually be worthwhile because there is a lot of water tiles in this city. I might go with a Nautical Governor, which is very unusual for an underground build, but I think just with that big lake being right there, it kind of makes sense. Okay. And I can afford him. And he's a Spellblade. Spellblades aren't bad. The Conqueror I'm not really a huge fan of. I mean, the Summon Devastator Spear, it's a free summon. That's alright, but I think there's better things. But I think we'll take him. The problem is going to be leveling him up. He's probably going to want to switch his aspiration, because I don't really have a way of helping him get renown right now. I'm not planning any sieges anytime soon. That's the only downside to that guy. There is the option of taking a warrior, and then Arcane Governor, which would be a lot of mana. And that's probably useful for the long game. And the Mage is, well, again, the Shepherd, but he would be good for mines, because he's a Prospecting Governor. So basically, take the Mage, get lots of magic, or take the Warrior and get lots of mana. Or take the Mage, get lots of... Sorry, take the Mage, get lots of gold, or take the Warrior, get lots of mana. It's currently a quarry, but if I took him, I'd probably replace it with a mine. I think I'm kind of leaning towards the Mage here, guys. The other one does seem good, but I can get quite a bit of mines down here with the Mage. There is also quite a few conduits I could get. I think either one of them is good. But the Mage, I think, fits better with my build, and I do have that tier 4 orb sitting in my arsenal that I haven't done anything with that I could give to him. I could also just give him the other guy's horse, just let him borrow it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to definitely want to change Shepherd, though. But I think having a Mage is good. He can set stuff on fire. It sets my other units up for stuff. Alright, you're hired, pal. Congratulations. Now ditch the staff. And use that instead, please. That's a very nice item. Okay, now what I'm going to want to do is, I guess, move these guys as far as they can go. And then ditch the horse. Give it to the Mage, so that he can actually make use of it. I am going to drop him from that army for a second and add him there, add him there. And then these guys can all move to catch up with Hephaestus. Actually, you can actually move a little further. I'll let you move independently because you're on horseback. Alright, they're on their way back. And with that, I am going to find the Death Knight. We're going to unequip his horse for a little bit so that I can give it to the mage and set up that outpost a little faster. And yeah, he can't mount it on this turn, but he will be able to on the next turn. Also, I mean, his appearance is so close. We're just going to give him the mage hood. Ooh, or a wizard hat. You know what? We'll do a funny wizard hat. I'm going to make his eyes not glow purple. Okay. His eyes will glow red eventually. Yeah, now he looks like a mage. He's like dark elf, evil Gandalf. Let's go this way. I do wish that the, I wish that these cloaks that these guys have, the wizard-looking cloaks, I wish there was more you could get than just the crappy brown color, but it's fine. Okay, meeting disdainful Celazdium. I'm gonna not really do anything with them yet, but they haven't met anyone. They don't really like me though, because they're evil, and I'm a little bit good, although that'll probably change over time. I'm sure I will have to do evil things. This knight can run down this way. I forgot he was still being produced, so he can catch up. And I can't really build anything because I spent all my money. Let's get purging arrows next. I'm going to want all those enchantments up eventually. This won't cost me very much right now, but I'm going to at least get it set up for when I have better archers in the future. No governor set. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we do want to set the governor here. We just got this guy, so yeah, he's definitely going to be a prospecting governor. We can get lots of mines in this city because of the... Is that a mine? That's a quarry. Can I make it a mine? Yeah, I can make that a mine. I'm going to have as many mines down here as I can. The city's just going to be a gold powerhouse. And then I can put quarry here, quarry there, and then this can actually be a mine because of the Pearl Reef. So I get a whole string of mines. Yeah, this is a good city for him. Let's get him set up in here, and we finally have a governor for this city. And we can found a house Aldgate. I'm going to edit the house and just call it house, what's his name? Dolton? House name? I just normally name it after whatever hero, just for convenience sake. City name Kingerhelm, and then what I'll do is, I don't like the other colors, I just like to have the different shaped symbol. So I'll turn it black, and we'll do, what would be a good one for a mage? Probably something in Astral Affinity. Or maybe something that's like fire, because he's going to be a fire mage. For now, in Chaos Affinity, there's got to be a fire symbol somewhere, right? There's got to be. That's order, that's shadow. Probably not an order or shadow. How is there not a fire symbol in here anywhere? Ah, well. We'll just do the electrical one, even though it doesn't really fit. We can change it later if I find one I like better, but yeah, that just helps me identify which house he's a part of. And now that that's all done, the units that I did build in that city are now part of that house. So it is retroactive, which is nice. I think that's all I can do on this turn due to my lack of gold. So hang on, you still got movement left. Oh yeah. I am going to move you away from there because there are umbral guys that don't look friendly. And I'm not going to get the production yet because I can't really make use of it in Kingerhelm right now. Alright, this guy though being in here is going to be nice because this is giving me extra resource income. from mines, and I have one there, and I'm gonna end up with one there, and I already have one there. So I'm getting bonus. Yeah, I'm getting bonus from the merit on Maze and bonus from his governor abilities. So that will be a very, very good gold city. Long term, I probably need to think about getting a mana city up and running next. But also, I think having a hero that is a mage is probably good for my build too. Because that's one thing I don't really have. I guess I will have okay battle mages. But I still think having a mage in almost every build is good. And this does not affect me, so we're going to ignore it. But we probably have a lot of desert provinces on the surface now, which actually doesn't look like it affected this area very much. But I think the Derelict Workshop is kind of my next main target for these guys. You can now mount that horse. There you go. I might have other stuff for you too. I guess take the helmet, why not? And you can, sure, you can take a Wand of Rising Undead. That gives you something you couldn't previously do. And then I'm going to move him here. What's the center of that one? So I'll probably have him build roads through the forest, at least. Yeah, just to move a little bit faster. Okay, and then everybody here moves back as fast as they can, and then goes south straight for all that juicy stuff in the capital that we can clear out. I think my capital can also now get the next town hall upgrade, which would be pretty handy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to probably expand and take this as maybe another conduit, because mana is really going to be hard to come by for a while. And then I think I'll get that one on the next expansion and claim it as a research post. And that way I get the bonuses for the Archon Blood too. That's probably the best choice. I think I'm going to also get the Stonemason while I'm waiting for the city to grow. City grows in... Wait, no, I'm not waiting for the city to grow. I just need money for the Town Hall upgrade. 224 to be specific. Let's get the Stonemason for now. And I will take a conduit here. That'll help. That gives my guys territory, friendly territory to move quickly through. In fact, I don't think I ever finished the road there, did I? That is a road. I didn't get one there, so I need to remember to build a road when I move those armies on the next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a stonemason, because that'll just help build this faster in a couple turns once I have the money for it. I'm not going to build a road all the way through here just yet. I mostly am only interested in building it to connect. I'll build it to here, just to get to the conduit. And that connects it up so that my guys can move about as fast as they can. And then I'll move you back here. Alright, and then this guy, this scout can just keep exploring. He is absolutely going to get himself killed out there. Can or should I build anything here? If anything, it's going to be a market. Yeah, let's build a market. Then I can go back and grab the production for it. And it'll be done, well, in 2 turns, but technically 1. I'm going to hurry that. Spell is ready for fire arrows. Cool. Right now that only affects 1 unit, but it'll affect plenty more as time goes on. Do I want to get this now? For the tier 1 units gain XP 50% faster. Is that worth getting? How close? I guess the question is, how close are all these defenders to evolving? Because once... They're not really that close. They're veterans. I think that's probably worth getting. That's going to help me get my Liege Guards up much faster. And there's something else I can do to boost it as well. Yeah, I'm going to take that. That'll help me level these guys up a lot faster. I think that's an okay use of Imperium right now. because once I get the that town hall upgrade, they will be eligible to promote to liege guards. So the timing of this should work out fairly well if all goes according to plan. I just need to save a little bit of money. So I probably won't be able to build anything in Kingerhelm right now. I also, you know what, I probably want to get another magma expansion thing out here. Or whatever it is to terraform stuff. I don't remember what it's called. Magma expansion thing, I believe, is the correct term. Yeah, because I can't reach any of these tiles, so it's time for me to think about how I want to do this. I think I'm going to want one here, because that's going to... What I can see here is that this is technically all one uninhabited province, which means that if I put one here, it'll expand through there and get that annoying one in the corner. It'll also go get a lot of these, but I'm still going to need one over here as well. So I think the more important one is getting it up over here first for all that territory that I already have. So we're going to start working on that. You need to keep going. Let's build the road. And now you can just follow the existing road for a while. You can cross that? Oh, that's counted as ruins, not a chasm. Okay. I guess he's just making a sick jump. Oh, I didn't even stop to look at that, but there's mana there. Should probably grab that on the way back. Not super important right now, but definitely want to get it on the way back. Okay, it looks like I'll be able to get up there and make that outpost. And then I'll build another one down here and probably claim this tile with it as a work camp. There's also that little spot that I can dig out. It might be better... No, I won't. I can't build an outpost on that and also on this. I could build one here, but I think I'd rather just have it directly on it. I don't know. Probably... Actually, building one out here would be good because I could make a teleporter up here eventually. I just want to make sure that I get it before Manafont does, though. So, yeah, I think I will... I think I know where I'll put it. Probably not... It'll probably go right on the cave entrance just to make sure Manafont doesn't get it first. Got one more knight trying desperately to catch up to everybody, but he's not going to be fast enough because we got some stuff to smash here. Alright, we'll start with these guys. Ooh, do I want to just demand mana? That's a lot of mana. You know what? Yes. Give me that. I do want XP for these guys, but I also really, really like mana. The market, oh yeah, I wanted to make sure that I spent 2 gold during production of the market, because that will pay for itself. I don't think I'm going to be able to build anything else here, though. We're going to produce merchandise just to make sure I have enough to upgrade my capital on the next turn to the next town hall. Okay, well that worked out nicely. Let's keep moving. And there's all sorts of juicy stuff back here to clear. Hello, an underground enemy. Okay, well, that's sanguine. We're not going to send our scout into that cavern. At least I know where she is. And I would anticipate that she'll probably be trying to get into this cavern at some point. Alright, let's get you out of there. I'm not sure where I want this scout to go next. Actually, I know where I want him to go next. He can go across that lake. I can see if there's any other items in the lake worth grabbing. Then he can go across it. Active loyalty, good news, proceed, sure, whatever. Pact of vassalage in 12 turns. How's my other city doing? Glowing fields. Pact of cooperation in 1 turn. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, crap, here comes a war party. And it's something that I can't really do anything about. They're gonna end up coming into Kingerhelm and pillaging a bunch of crap. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to let Kingerhelm burn for a little while. The walls, I'll have to rely on the walls. They might actually go after that outpost that I have up there too. But most likely they'll just come pillage crap, which is gonna be annoying, but I can deal with it. These guys really need to clear stuff around here. I could maybe consider splitting armies at this point. Sending some troops with the mage once he's done getting that outpost, and just keeping the elitist and Hephaestus and a small handful of troops back here. Might be enough to just get some people out there to defend, but we'll have to see what kind of army they actually send. I don't know how powerful it'll be. But yeah, I need more money to build more troops so that I actually can split up and cover multiple areas at once. For now, if that city-state sends like tier 3 crap after me, I'm probably not going to be able to fight it off without some extra help. If I can, I'll go ahead and build a defender in there on this turn. Let's pop up and see if we can spot what they're sending. Okay, that's not too bad of an army. I can probably deal with that, but I'm going to need my mage to do it because the elitist needs to stay with my hero. So I kind of need you to hurry. Okay, they still haven't taken that spot, so what I'm going to do is pop him up here. Enter. Build an outpost. Then go back down. And I think build another outpost, because I can't build one here. But I can build one here. So that's the plan. And then I'll expand and grab that as a farm, which is a little bit of a waste. Oh wait, actually what I could do is I could take this one, because that gets me a mana node. Well, this one gets me a mana node too. Yeah, this one makes more sense. Alright, we'll build the outpost there, and then you can rush back. So he's got 2 outposts getting built, and I think I have just enough to still make the Town Hall Citadel with 1 gold to spare. So they can work on that. I'm gonna get more money though, because I got mines and other stuff to clear here. So let's do that. In fact, this is really nice because it's gonna help speed along the production of that Town Hall Citadel.
Hey.
Alright, actually go for the one in the corner first, that one. Alright, we'll just do auto combats. I can probably afford to let my guys... Nah, well, they don't need spells for these. I'm very overpowered for these groups in here. Okay, I'm getting lots of renown. Hephaestus is actually starting to find some units to help him rank up, and that's really, really good. He wants to kill units that are highly ranked. What is it exactly? Personally slay a unit of elite rank in combat. So any units that are elite ranks, I want to try to maybe keep an eye out for them. Anyone who's, I guess, a gold? I think elite is the gold looking one. No, elite's the silver one. So we want to find units that are at least elite. And she is, I think. Or is she a soldier? I think she's just a soldier. Yeah, so none of these guys matter. But I want to keep an eye out for any that have that silver medal and try to make sure Hephaestus is killing them. Alright, well, we can move down here. Getting all sorts of more resource income now, and these guys are leveling up quickly, which is very good. Looking good. I got a radiant bow. That I probably don't care about, but I guess I'll hang on to it for now. I might end up with a ranger eventually. All these battles in such rapid fire succession. I love it. I guess we'll take, you know, you can take that one. My guys are getting a little worn down here. But they're hanging in there. Hephaestus just leveled up again. Camouflage Signet. The status resistance is nice, so I'll take it, but the universal camouflage really doesn't matter. I'll give it to this guy since he's running around by himself. But it probably doesn't make a difference. I think the AI sometimes can just see you anyway. Okay. Auto combat on these two. The Aspirant Knight finally bit off more than he could chew. But I do want this chunk of Imperium, so... Let's see, you are a charge unit. Yes, you are. Okay. So let's not let him just come barreling right into me. Also should probably use these guys to patch up anyone who's injured, especially this guy. This poor dude. Just some military dude showed up one day and was like, bro, we need your horse. Just took it away. We'll get him his horse back eventually, but for now the mage needs it more. Alright, that's fine. I'm not really worried about... Oh, they can jump. Did not know that. Glad he can't. Okay, I need to get around behind him. Unfortunately, I can't stand there, which would be really nice if I could, because then I could get a double hit. But instead, we're just going to, well, first off, I'm gonna do this. I want to get those archers up to where they have a better chance of hitting things, and I want to get these guys over here to where they can, I can't quite heal the mage. What's the range on this? It's just 1, okay. Well, the mage might have to protect himself for now. We're just gonna wall that front line. The charge unit isn't as scary when he can't charge. I'm going to run around the back. Actually, I'm going to undo what I just did with him and use the archers to go ahead and try to sunder his defense a little bit, if I can get lucky. Nah, did not. All right, now move you up. Hephaestus can run around here. Nice big meaty hit on this guy. And I guess I just surround everybody else. He's already used his jump, so there's not a whole lot he can do. Oh dang, I did want to do something different with the pyros. That's okay. I guess we will go back and just heal them for now then. Get a stack of burning on somebody, because that's always helpful. That'll let these guys mess him up pretty good. There we go. That sundered defense is huge. I'll have you go back here and kind of ward Hephaestus. And you can kind of just stay out of trouble here. This guy shouldn't be able to move. So, yeah, nice try, pal. I'm bigger than you. I guess I can just zap him and then smash him. There we go, the problem has been resolved. Goodbye, I'll take that Imperium. And then I need to get down there. Let's see, there's another Imperium, no, that's a mana stash over there. Alright, first things first, I need to figure out where I'm going to put this other mana, or I think the ritual pilot, this other magma spreading, again, the magma spreading thing, the lava rune steel, that's the word I'm looking for. I believe this tile here is where I need to put it, where the ritual pyre is, because that would expand to 1 and then 2. It would get that corner, yeah. Let's do that. And this will help continue to amplify the amount of production that I'm getting. And And then I want to make sure that I leave all these guys hanging out in friendly territory, and probably need to get that Aspirant Knight with these guys. So I want somebody who's fully healed. I might need to play musical chairs with some of my soldiers here. Okay, so you... Actually, no, everybody... Just that guy. I want him to move here. I want this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy to move here, along with the Aspirant Knight, so they're getting as much healing from that hero's extra healing ability as possible. Let me turn that back off. And then Hephaestus can go here. And these guys will have to just kind of catch up. But as long as they're in friendly territory, they'll be fine. They don't really get a benefit from being in the same stack as Hephaestus, so they're fine where they're at. At least they don't get a benefit from it right now. Okay. Mage has already moved on this turn. I am getting chased. That's terrifying. You should probably keep running. I think they can outrun me. But maybe they'll get caught up in the Umbral stuff. That would be nice. Okay, so the scout needs to go all the way down here to get up and around. I guess that's okay. Do I have enough money? I have enough money to make palisade walls. I don't have enough to get the Fireforge stone. Do I want to wait for the Fireforge stone or just take the walls? I'm not anticipating anything coming through here right now, so I think I wait. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. Hephaestus leveled up. At this point, I'm going to give him Unyielding, and then we'll be going to Warseeker and then killing Momentum. Also get levels for this guy. I'm going to get the free zombie summon, and then lean over and get the free wyvern summon. Okay. Ooh, this is actually really nice to get right now. I think I want that. This is also really good, though. I want both of these. And that. I want that, too. I want all the things. Which do I want the most right now? We can probably do without the healing for a turn or two. But I am going to want... Wait, hang on. So it's that I want, but I also want that. Because I'm killing a lot of units right now in combat, and that's just more money. I'm going to take this one first. We can do without the healing for a turn. I'm not worried about any super tough battles or anything like that, so... We'll take that just so I don't forget it, and that way I'm getting money. Gosh, I wish I would have gotten that before I cleared all that stuff. I would have gotten a bunch of money. That was a little bit of a mistake there. More war parties inbound. Shouldn't be surprised. I'm not sure where they'll go, but I guess we'll find out going to the next turn. Is there anything I need to be building? This city could build something. Let's get the Arcane Institute up and running. Yeah, I kind of need that. I need research. That works for me. And then I would like to make some more defenders there, which will eventually evolve into Liege Guards. Wait on it. I'd rather get the Arcane Institute up and running, because that's a building in the center of the city that these guys can't touch. Unless they actually siege the city. But normally, when these guys send stuff after you, they just run around and pillage. So we'll keep an eye on them. I don't know if they'll bother attacking that outpost or if they'll just go straight after my city. Yeah, it looks like they're going straight in to make a mess. Them sieging the farm shouldn't interfere with the completion of the Arcane Institute, so that'll build just as fast because it requires Forester and Quarry. But they are going to make a real mess out there until I can get back out to stop them. Alright, you sir, I need you to make haste and get back here. Can I build a bridge over that, I wonder? I don't know. Maybe you can. I could try. It doesn't hurt, I suppose. I maybe should have just had him build roads to get out ahead of it. Oh well, it's fine. I actually probably can barely even afford to build. I'll worry about it later, because right now I kind of need every bit of gold that I can muster to build other things. I'm going to let that finish normally, because I don't have any of these guys quite ready to evolve just yet. But once these, like that guy, he's getting close to champ rank. And these guys are too. Alright, well, I definitely want to go down and clear that, so let's take care of that on this turn. Probably we'll just do it with Hephaestus, because he can move a little further. Move these guys here. A couple defenders here. That's good enough. Attack, and hopefully a pretty easy win. I'll have the Razorback. That's charge resistance and quill hide. I'm sure that could be useful for somebody. That might actually be good on you. For now, I'm going to give it to Hephaestus. We're going to replace his armor later, but I could use a little extra defense on him. He's got good resistance, but his defense isn't quite as good. But we did get that. Now I'm going to move back. Is anyone in his army very injured? No, not really. So they can take the shortest route back, which is this way. And then get everybody else into friendly territory so they can heal, which they already are, so we're good there. Yeah, this is fine. And then this guy is going to be able to catch up and join them on the next turn for some fights. Looking good so far, I think, other than this little situation over here. I might be able to lose them in the lava stuff. We'll see. But right now, they are definitely just right behind me. Yeah, if I can get to the lava chasms, maybe I can keep ahead of them, but we'll see. I can at least get the scout back onto land here, and then he can start checking out that cavern to the northeast. Do I want to bother building? Yes, I do. I do want to build a work camp here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and spend the money now to do that. I really want that tile because I want that for a teleporter. So I just have to hope Mana Font doesn't take it before I can get to it. As for this one, we'll worry about that later. I'm not really on a time limit down here because I got the other side of that secured. Free city declared war. Yeah, province is being pillaged. Yeah, I know. Everything's fine. I don't need another lava rune steel right now. We'll just let that sit. I think the one I've got here is good enough for the time being. Hopefully all those lava chasms will slow those guys down a bit. Yeah, I just need to kill the derelict workshop. Once I kill the derelict workshop and found an outpost here, I will go straight back underground and up north. But I do want to at least get that city started. And then I think when I go back up north, I will just capture that city that's up there, sending stuff after me, because I don't want to deal with them. The question is, do I want to pull a Whispering Stone out from one of these other cities? Let's see, we're pact of vassalage with them in 7 turns, and no one else is negotiating with them. These guys are pact of vassalage in 10 turns, so I probably want to keep... I want to keep working on them. The other one I can get faster. So what I think I'm going to do is withdraw the Whispering Stone from them and give it to these guys so I can get a head start with them. It's going to take me a little longer to get on their good side, and I want to make sure that I'm friends with them because I don't want to spend time fighting them. I've already got 1 city-state up here to deal with. I don't want 2. Otherwise, I think we're basically out of money. I could make another... I do have enough to make another defender down here. I'll go ahead and do that. It'll take him a few turns to get done, but that's alright. How's my magic arsenal doing, by the way? With that passive income, that's gonna add up. Can't quite make the... I'm gonna want to make a really cool axe for my giant, but I need enough money to build a work camp and get the Fireforge stone to do what I want to do. I also might need those focus crystals. Do I already have focus crystals? I don't think I do. I don't think I picked up any. I think that's the only ones I have right now. Let's see. Yep, they're one space away from catching that scout. But... okay, what do we have here? Flowing Fields comes to you with a request of higher importance. Okay, sure. I don't know what... oh, wait, hang on. Oh, they just want me to get a pact of loyalty with them? Okay. Well, I'm working on that anyway, so cool. That'll just be a nice little bonus I get. I was going to do that regardless. New Empire Development skill. What? Do I want to get the mana from the mines? I'm doing good on mana right now. A lot better than I thought I'd be. Gold is the hindering factor at the moment. Advanced Logistics feels so far away. I think I go ahead and take that now, just because it's more mana, and it'll add up. Eventually, I'm sure I will burn through it. The only question is, maybe I want to wait and save Imperium for founding that other city that I was planning on putting up top. I think I will have enough by then that I don't need to worry about it, and I don't think I need natural recovery right now. I think we go ahead and take this. I have quite a few mines, so that boosts mana a bit, and it'll pile up over time. I'm at 136 gold. I think with a decent enough army, my mage could make it back there and kill those people that are causing trouble. Maybe I want to respec him. I'm not sure what they gave him. I'm not super thrilled with what he has. I mean, I'm planning on getting these regardless, but I don't really need the experienced leader bonus. I think I would rather have the stuff that gives your units more health and status resistance, but I think I'll worry about changing him later. It doesn't really matter right now. I actually would almost rather go back and put everything into the pyromancy traits and stuff. Now, it doesn't really change what we're doing down here at the moment, because I don't know how much firepower that derelict workshop has. I kind of need to throw everything at it right now and just let my other city fend for itself for a while. I don't know. I'm thinking about trying to split off 5 troops from these guys and go north anyway. I really wish I could see what the derelict workshop has. That would help a lot right now. Actually, maybe I can. If you... oh, no, but you're not... I took your horse away. And Hephaestus, if he goes up by himself, he won't be able to see. How far are you? I'm not gonna worry about building roads with him. He's not gonna need to go back out there anyway for a while. It'd be a waste of money. If I'm gonna send troops with him to go try to defend Kingerhelm, I probably need to do it now. I am building a defender there, so he'll have that. So I really only need to split off 4, and I think I can afford 4. I think the obvious choices are the people that are going to be in his house. So I split these guys off. I would be losing the electric bannerman dude. I would be losing that knight, which hasn't really done anything for me yet. But I would need to send a couple extras to actually make him effective. I guess a defender here. Okay, I think we've got enough. I think I've got enough that I could do it. All right, let's do that. So I'll split you off and send you back. I'll split you off. You can go back, and then we really need one other volunteer to go help him out. Because I built just enough troops there. Honestly, I'm probably going to just make a second defender for him. Yeah, I think I'll just build another defender, or maybe a pyromancer. Actually, he's kind of is a pyromancer, so... I've got one defender. I think having 3 defenders is good, because they'll all promote into liege guards. And then I have the healer, the knight, and the hero. I think that's a solid army. So I'll build another defender after that one's done. I think they'll be getting done all around the same time, and I can always hurry production if I need to. And then that group of units should, I think, be able to deal with this. It might be a decent fight, but I think with the right skills, I may be able to deal with it. I do think I want to grab those focus crystals. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a research post to get that. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of need that research income. Okay, so I think it's just these 4 that are going to head back then. And then I can have the rest of my troops gather together and deal with this other stuff.
Hey.
That works. That works. Because these are all Hephaestus's guys. Who's got more movement? You? I'm going to have you stake with him. The more units are with him, the more they'll heal. And we can have the knight initiate battles because he's a little faster. Okay. And then I'm going to go... I'll worry about this. That'll probably be the next thing I grab when my city expands. But I want to get up top first and deal with that stuff up there. Actually, no, if my city expands, I could easily run over there and get that. And while leaving everyone safely in my own borders here for now, too. Okay. That works. Now, can I get my scout away from these guys? It does not look like it. I'm pretty sure he's just dead. Unless I run into the Umbral and maybe lure them in here. You know what? Why not? Let's get a little bit of exploration done down here. Maybe if they run down here, the Umbral guys will kill them. Ooh, shiny. Sanctuary of the Horde. Okay. Maybe good stuff up here. Do I want to build the Wizard Tower foundations and get that going? That is going to be more Imperium income, and I could really use it. But I also could really use the Arcane Institute, because I desperately need knowledge right now. I think I take the Arcane Institute. I have been kind of not doing enough with knowledge. Okay, we got the focus crystals. Kingerhelm's good. I kind of wish I would have maybe started on the work camp. Oh well, we're fine for now. What does this take? 2 quarries and a forester? What are they likely to siege next? Pillage. Maybe the mine, maybe the research post. I think I'm going to go for the academy and hope they pillage. The next closest thing would be a mine, a research post, or a forester. And I have another forester. Wait, does the city have another forester? No, they've only got one. If they siege the forester, that could be annoying. That would, like, slow down the academy. But I think I'll take my chances with it, because I really would like to get more research. I'm willing to spend pretty much all my gold to do that right now. So we'll just have to hope we get a little lucky with what they decide to siege next. Alright. And then I guess we'll find out here in a second. Yeah, okay. We can... So, you can cheese this. I'm not going to in this game. But in a battle like this, if your scout is caught by somebody and they're outnumbered, the scout will try to run away. I think any unit that's by itself will try to run away when it's attacked. I'm not sure if it works if you're not outnumbered like this, though. But the scout in this case should try to run. If I auto-combat, which I'm going to do... Okay, he succeeded at running. So I am going to get that scout back, which is nice. If he had failed to succeed at running away, I could click retry and do the manual combat and just try running him away again, and you get 2 chances at it. I'm not going to do that cheese in this game. We'll just accept what the auto combat gives us. I just led him right to another mana pickup. That's too bad. But yeah, just in case you're aware of that, you know, you play the game you want to play it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it in this game, but I will admit that I do it in multiplayer games with my friends, so... But not for my YouTube challenge games. Okay, we did get the Arcane Institute. I am wondering... dang it, they did go after the Forester. That is kind of annoying, because I... Oh, wait, did that straight up cancel it? I thought it would slow it down. No. Wait, hang on. They just stopped making it. I can still build it. Because I have the 2 research posts. Why did they stop? They should still be working on it, just at a slower rate. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Huh. Okay, well I guess we go after the mana obelisk then. That's at least something the city can work on. Although I probably... You know what? I want to get this work camp before I forget, because I keep putting that off. Should still have enough for that, though. This city can grow again, which I am going to use to probably get another mine. Yeah, I think I want another mine. So, let's do that. That gets me technically more mana as well, and makes a nice little bridge over that lava chasm so I can run over here and cause a ruckus. So, you guys... Take them out. Evil action, but I get a turn's worth of knowledge. I'm just going to attack them anyways for the XP. Wow, why did you take so much damage? I actually am going to retry that because I don't want that knight. I need to be able to run up to attack the Derelict Workshop on the next turn, and I don't want the knight to take a whole ton of damage right before that. So, I don't know what he did to get himself so beat up, but... Okay, I'm going to run these guys as far down in here as I can. I'm going to set that guy on fire. And zombie! Frontline zombie! Yay! This should be an extremely easy battle. That knight must have just gone charging right into those pikemen. Bizarre. Honestly, like, you don't even need to really do anything. You can just stand there. Like, if I back up here, he's got to run into a shield unit here or a zombie there. It's not that hard. I want to leave an opening for Hephaestus to charge that golem, so let's see if I can arrange for that. You can actually plop down... Yeah. Blow that up right there. Then he gets more stacks of burning, and even more burning when he runs through the fire. I'll let him charge in. That's okay. Although I will move him there so he can't quite charge Hephaestus. You can move here. And give him a little zap. And I think we're good. I don't think I need to move anyone. This should be a very easy fight. Okay, this unit is now isolated, meaning the knight can run around the back for huge damage. The archers can move here. And then you guys can take that one little hit and finish him off. The zombies are doing great. They're doing exactly what they need to do. Hephaestus can actually get a pretty big hit here. Nice. I want to move the mages down here. I can come pretty close to finishing him off. The zombies may as well just attack him. And I don't really need to run my other guys through dangerous terrain right now. There's no reason to, so... Hephaestus doesn't care. He's a fire giant. He can handle it. Here we go. And I think we're done. Yeah. They're decaying. They're actually just gonna die. Oh, they tried to defend. Okay. See, yeah, that's better. We don't really need... Now, these guys are gonna promote to Liege Guards. Actually, they should promote now. So I just got the building done, and I got the chestplate of vitality. That's cool. I believe I have some Liege Guards now. Yes, I do. All right, we got one there. We got a couple more here. These guys look so freaking cool. I love how these guys look. Yeah, this is perfect timing because they're about to go topside to fight a derelict workshop. So cool. That works very well. I'm going to take the estate hall next, probably. No, I'll take the wizard tower foundation. Let's get that extra Imperium rolling in. And I could even do a wizard tower level 1. I've got plenty of mana. So let's get these wizard tower upgrades started. I need that Imperium. There's a lot of stuff I want in here. I could get natural recovery now. I still don't need it though, so we're gonna keep delaying on it. You guys can all need to gather up into a group here. Can make use of the road. This army might not be enough to really handle them very well, but it may be enough to slow them down. I don't know. They've got honor blades. Honor blades are really good. I might need to make a couple extra units for them out here. But the defenders are coming along, so they're at least cheap and don't take too long to make. So I'll keep relying on them. Alright, now since nobody took any damage, I can just go topside now, I think. They can't quite make it up. I don't think they can quite make it up the cave entrance, though. I think they're a little... Oh, they can. Alright. Oh, but I don't think I want to. If I pop up that cave entrance right now, they'll end their turn there, which is 3 spaces away from the workshop. If there's a wandering stack, that stack is going to initiate combat with me, and it'll pull the units from the workshop in. I could very easily get outnumbered. So we'll play it patient and wait a turn. I can sit just here. And then on the next turn, we'll run up and deal with that. Also, since this guy's with a bunch of walking units now, I might be able to take his mount away and give it back to the Spellblade. Although I don't know... You know, I think having the mage on the mount is actually a little better, though. Yeah, because it lets him move and shoot a little easier. I think I'll just let him keep that horse. Okay, we got a cavern floor here. That's probably... You know what? If this is an infestation, I don't think I care. Yeah, I'm gonna just dig this out. Oh wait, that can be done? Oh, that's just a tunnel. Okay. Purging Arrows is done and ready. I may as well cast that while I'm enjoying all this extra mana that I've got laying around. Okay, and we did get enough to grab this. It does not matter whether I get a forester or a farm here, so I'm just going to take a farm. Neither one does anything for the outpost, but it does give me the tower, which gives me vision range, and later on that will become a teleporter. We can get wizard, or we can get palisade walls in there later. We know the province is being pillaged. We know Kingerhelm is in trouble. I could try to do a mana obelisk. That requires 2 quarries. They can't siege Lob's Hollow. I bet they go for that mine or that quarry next. I think I'm just going to have this city produce merchandise for a while until I can get that mess under control. Because I don't know what they'll attack next, and eventually nothing will be boosted. So, hang on a second. Let me look at something. Yeah, I still don't know why it canceled the academy. Because I still have the core requirement to build it, as far as I can tell. Am I looking at this wrong? It requires 2 research posts. I have 1 research... Wait, hang on. Do I not have a second research post? No, it requires 2 research posts. How did it let me start building it in the first place? Now I'm even more confused. I actually shouldn't have been able to build that academy in the first place. I only had 1 research post. I don't know why it let me try and then it like canceled it. That was really weird. All right, well, it didn't stop for the reasons that I thought. It stopped because it never should have started to begin with, as far as I can tell, because I didn't have a research post in that city. That's really strange. Okay, well, I think I've been going a little long on this one. Yeah, we're probably looking at about 2 hours here. That may be normal, so I need to wrap this up here. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you are enjoying this series so far. Things are starting to get a little messy. Well, this is going to be it's going to be a game of whack-a-mole because, you know, there's going to be people trying to come in different cave entrances, and I got to prioritize where I defend. But if I can at least get 2 separate armies up, I think I can cover north and south okay. And in the next episode, we'll also go after this derelict workshop and maybe start seeing if I can do something about this Trinity Island thing. It'd be kind of cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Dawson Horner, Devin Larson, Jimbro, Roderick, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.